Peptic ulcer pathophysiology. Peptic ulcer disease develops when there is an imbalance between aggressive factors that damage the gastric or duodenal mucosa and the defensive mechanisms that normally protect it. The major aggressive factors include gastric hydrochloric acid and pepsin, which can directly injure the mucosa. Helicobacter pylori infection causes inflammation and weakens mucosal defenses, while NSAIDs reduce prostaglandin synthesis and therefore decrease mucus, bicarbonate secretion, and mucosal blood flow. Other contributing factors include smoking, alcohol, bile reflux, and severe illness. On the other hand, the stomach has several protective mechanisms. The mucus bicarbonate barrier creates a relatively neutral microenvironment over the epithelial surface. The epithelial barrier prevents backdiffusion of hydrogen ions. Adequate mucosal blood flow supplies oxygen and nutrients and removes damaging substances. Prostaglandins, particularly PGE2 and PGI2, stimulate mucus and bicarbonate secretion, maintain blood flow, and promote mucosal repair. Continuous epithelial regeneration also helps restore damaged tissue. When aggressive factors exceed these defensive mechanisms, an imbalance develops, leading to epithelial injury and inflammation. Continued damage causes erosion of the mucosa, and when the injury extends through the muscularies mucosae, a peptic ulcer is formed. Helicobacter pylori plays an important role by colonizing the mucus layer and producing urease, which generates ammonia and helps the organism survive in the acidic environment. It also produces toxins and causes inflammation, impairs mucus and bicarbonate secretion, and can increase gastric acid secretion. NSAIDs contribute to ulcer formation mainly by inhibiting COX-1 and reducing protective prostaglandins. This decreases mucus and bicarbonate secretion, reduces mucosal blood flow and epithelial repair, and increases backdiffusion of hydrogen ions. Some NSAIDs may also produce direct mucosal toxicity. Peptic ulcers may be broadly classified as gastric ulcers and duodenal ulcers. Important complications include bleeding, perforation, penetration, gastric outlet obstruction, and, particularly with gastric ulcers, the possibility of malignancy. Clinically, patients may present with epigastric pain or burning, dyspepsia, bloating, early satiety, nausea, or vomiting. Gastrointestinal bleeding may present as hematemesis or melena. So, in simple terms, the key concept is, an ulcer develops when acid, pepsin, H. pylori, NSAIDs, and other aggressive factors overwhelm the protective mechanisms of mucus, bicarbonate, prostaglandins, blood flow, and mucosal repair.